Hey everyone, and welcome to r/Prorevenge. This story is called "This Call Has Been Recorded for Quality and Training Purposes." About a year ago, I was working behind the counter for a liquor store. It wasn't particularly busy, and my boss was stacking shelves nearby when an entitled customer walks in. She gets several bottles of alcohol and comes up to the counter. I estimate she looks under 20. Me: "Good evening. Before I serve you, do you have a valid ID?" Entitled customer: "I don't need ID. I'm 25. Me: "I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm required by law to cite ID from all customers that may be underage." Entitled customer: "Well, I don't have any ID. Just sell me the alcohol." Me: "I'm sorry. If you don't have valid ID, I cannot serve you." So entitled customer goes absolutely ape. Me: "I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I'll have to ask you to leave the store." Still screaming, invective at me and then the manager, she leaves the store. As this is not an unusual occurrence, the boss and I laugh it off and get back to work, thinking no more of it. So, fast forward about a week, I'm working again, when the boss calls me to the office to get a phone call from HR. Me: "Hi, what can I do for you?" HR: "We received a complaint from a customer that you were exceptionally rude to her on date. Due to this, we've signed you up to a mandatory course on customer service. It's at blank time and date." Me: "Hang on a second." I grab my phone and switch on the record function. Me: "Sorry, could you repeat that?" HR repeats. Me: "My manager was here for that incident. He'll confirm that I was not rude to the customer." HR: "Yes, he said that. Nonetheless, you have to attend the customer service course. It's mandatory." Me: "Hang on. So, you are trying to tell me that my manager and I are lying?" HR: "No, but we got a complaint, so you have to do the course." Me: "So, let me get this straight. Despite the fact I was not rude to the customer, and my manager says that I was not rude to the customer, and she was literally lying about it, I have to attend a course on customer service?" HR: "Yes." Me: "Do you know what workplace bullying is?" HR: "What?" Me: "Workplace bullying." HR: "What? Why?" Me: "You are punishing me for an event that did not happen. That qualifies as workplace bullying. I suggest you take me off this customer service mandatory course." HR: "I can't do that. You have to attend it." Me: "No problem. I quit. I'll see you in court." I should mention that this call has been recorded for quality and training purposes. I put the phone down and chat with the manager for a few minutes while he tries to calm me down from the incandescent rage I'm feeling. A few minutes later, the phone rings again. It's HR's supervisor. We stick it on speaker and I record again. HR Soup: "What is this all about?" So I explained what HR told me, and he questioned the manager and myself. After a few minutes back and forth, he says, "Okay, I'll take you off the course." Me: "That's not good enough." HR Soup: "What?" Me: "I'm a victim of workplace bullying. I'm taking you to court." HR Soup: "That's hardly necessary. We've fixed the problem, right?" Me: "No. I've been insulted and then been told that the company does not trust me, nor does it trust my manager. I'd prefer to take my chances in court, as I have direct evidence of workplace bullying." HR Soup: "What can we do to resolve this?" Me: "Two things. I'd like a raise, and you to personally send a memo to everyone stating that they cannot just send people on mandatory training courses unless there is actual evidence that wrongdoing has occurred." HR Soup: "I'll see what I can do." Anyway, I got a small raise and a memo was sent out requiring review of customer complaints before any mandatory training was required of staff, so I took the win. The boss and I had a good laugh about it, and he admired my bravery in standing up to the dreaded HR. What pisses me off most, though, is the thought of how many staff had to attend mandatory training for something that was entirely the fault of some entitled customer. This next story is called "Girlfriend Sleeps with My Best Friend, Get Him Kicked Out of His Own Wedding Reception." This started when I was in high school. So I was dating this girl, and we were only kinda into each other. Nothing serious. Mostly we were both just there for the sex. But we both said that we hated cheaters, so we decided together that if we wanted out of, we would fully break up first. Fast forward to a week after graduation, and I go over to her house for our weekly romp while her parents are out, and I see my best friend's truck outside her house. Sometimes we all hang out and watch movies, so I don't think anything is up until I walk in the door and see them bumping uglies on the couch. I start screaming. She starts crying, and he starts apologizing. I storm out and don't talk to either of them for about 2 years. About 2 years later, I see both at Walmart, and they both are saying how good it is to see me, how much they miss me, how sorry they are, blah, blah, blah. I mostly tune them out until they say they are getting married and want me to come as kind of a let's hang out and be friends again thing. I ask when the wedding is, and they give me the day. It's a week after my 21st birthday, but 3 days before his. I think free food and beer, so why not? The day comes, and I sit through the wedding, try not to gag, and get to the reception, and there he is, drinking at the head table. My butthole sidekicks in and after dinner and 3 or 4 beers. I decide to blow this place, but not before I stop at the bar and tell the bartender, "You know the groom isn't 21 yet." His eyes got huge. His face turned red and said, "No, I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me." I say no problem and walk off. I hear later from some of my friends that stayed that my former best friend got so mad at the bartender that he started yelling at the bartender, and they threw him out for underage drinking, telling him that he is lucky they didn't call the cops. I still laugh whenever I tell that story. This next story is called Rubber-Flavored Coffee. Most schools have a myriad of teachers. Nice teachers, mean teachers, smart teachers, and complete idiots. Conservative versus liberal. My school is no exception. There is one teacher who is straight up communist. Now this may seem funny, but he has literally screamed at students for not agreeing with him. I never had him, but one of my friends did. This man never teaches, I am told. He just hands out packets and then gives a major quiz every week. He also makes students write essays pretty much weekly. Many students told the administration, who did nothing. My friend and some of his classmates talked to him, and he just acted like a jerk. So they went to the store and bought a pack of condoms. They also bought a lemon. They waited for the next school day to enact their revenge. Mr. Communist goes into my history class daily for coffee, while my teacher is explaining stuff. He jumps in and voices his opinions. It's rather annoying. One day, he came up, did his thing with coffee, tried to explain why communism was good, and left. He returned to his room and proceeded to be a jerk. He set the coffee cup on his desk and left to go to the bathroom. My friends quickly unwrapped the condom and put it in. They had put some flour and water in it too, to make it seem like it had been used. To add insult to injury, they squeezed out a few drops of lemon juice. For those of you who don't know, citric acid will curdle dairy, like milk and coffee creamer. You can probably guess what happened. Teacher came back, sipped his coffee, and gagged off the curdled creamer. He then noticed the condom. "Who put a used condom in my coffee?" My friends managed to keep a poker face and had hid the evidence well. The lemon was in one kid's lunch and the condom wrapper was shoved in another kid's binder. They never got caught, and the story is a legend at my school. I hope you guys enjoyed these stories. That last one was pretty epic. I'm sure he won't be forgetting that anytime soon. Thank you all for listening. Please consider subscribing for more Reddit content, and I'll see you all in the next video.